That's Himank Tripathi, President External Affairs at EaseMyTrip, joining in on the show right now. Himank, hi, good morning. Good to have you on the show. Himank, global platform companies have seen a fall, not very much versus other e-commerce, but we have seen a fair amount of ease off since those 2020 or 2021 highs, I should say. Tell us about what's really happening when it comes to travel e-commerce trends versus others. Because if you go to buy a hotel or rather hotel stock or even try and book a hotel room, it's getting increasingly difficult and expensive as well. I wanted to understand whether that kind of demand momentum is intact even for, say, the e-commerce plays.
Hi, thank you for having me. Good morning. I'll start with what you just said, that the OTA players were the darlings of the industry. Now, I don't know about the others, but for EaseMyTrip, we continue to remain the darling of the industry because what we have seen every time after the third or the second wave that we have seen, we managed to witness a V-shaped recovery. And in a way that represents the sentiments of the market as well. Now, I understand where you're coming from, where the prices have gone up, and that's true. If you compare the prices of air tickets, say 2019 and now 2022, we have seen a jump of nearly 50%. It is mainly because of the ATF fuel prices reaching unbelievable numbers right now. And that's the concern we have. However, let me highlight another interesting thing. It's all related to how my customers play. My customers are very positive about the sentiment. Look around. Everybody is planning a travel. Everybody is planning a trip. And right now, they are not worried about the pricing. Now, that's the psychology, or I would say mentality change that happened with the Indian audience. They are now looking for safety and sanitization as their number one priority. And this is where players like EaseMyTrip are catching the market share like anything.
How's business doing? Let me ask a very simple question. Because a year ago, nobody wanted to travel. Then suddenly everybody wanted to travel. Now it is getting slightly unaffordable. Where are we settling? Has business gone back to pre-COVID? Is it higher than pre-COVID? Or is it just going back to pre-COVID?
Business is more than the pre-COVID level. We have crossed the numbers. We have already crossed the numbers. There was a dip after the third wave where the Omicron was spreading really fast. But thanks to the fatality rate, which was not that high, the market managed to recover really, really fast. The resumption of international flights really helped in gaining that momentum. So for us, sentiments are really positive. Another trend, though revenge travel, for instance, will continue to domain for the remaining period of this fiscal. What we have seen, interestingly, is weekend travel is catching up. There's not even a single long weekend. And when I say long weekend, which is 3 days and above, that goes without showing us a jump of nearly 70% in bookings. There is a jump in airfares there of nearly 50%. Even in hotels, the prices have gone up almost 20%. But there's also a shift. When it comes to hotels and properties, people are more opting for 4 and 5 star properties. It's all about the sanitization and safety. They need a break. They will take it forward. So we are just banking on that positive sentiment towards travel that the entire travel community is having right now.
Can you walk us through a very simple question that how do you earn revenue? Is it purely commission based, or is it you buy bulk and then you price it differently? Because there are different models which everybody's following.
Yeah. So the way we make money is we have commission coming from our, GDS and the airlines. We make money basically incentives that we have from credit cards and debit cards. We do make revenue coming in from things such as cancellation fees and convenience fee. Yes, at times when you use discount codes, we do apply, we do charge you for the convenience fee. So this is primarily the way we make revenue for ourselves. We also have partnerships with domestic airlines, the partners, and each and every player has a different dynamic and relationship with us. and we charge commission and make money out of it.
Good morning. This is Nayantara joining in on the conversation. You said everybody wants to travel. Everybody you speak to has a holiday plan. My co-anchors Aisha and Avan have already gone away for a week-long holiday. So in the commercial break, I'm going to ask Nikunj where he's going. But joke on a more serious note. When we look at this entire space, there's you folks, there's EaseMyTrip, there's a Yatra, and very recently you saw how ClearTrip's been bought by Flipkart. Now Adani's have bought a 20% stake in that company as well. Are you up for the challenge and the rising competition?
Oh, I think it's been 14 years that we are up for the challenge. I think 22nd June 2008, where we started this entire idea of EaseMyTrip, and we continue to remain 100% bootstrap and profitable. I don't remember a single quarter of losses because there is none. Competition between the players, I think we are very happy to have value-add services, and we're focusing on the customers. And that is a reason why I still managed to have repeat traction rate of more than 86%. So yeah, I think the demand is really high. We need to just ensure that we don't fault on the customer care part. We give them a seamless and a great amount of experience. They will keep coming back. And as I mentioned, I don't know why I'm saying it again, but it's just a very positive sentiment. The people are just crazy about travel. They just want to travel right now.
The reason I, of course, asked you this was because it's Asia's richest man, Gautam Adani, who recently, made a move into this space by buying the 20% stake in ClearTrips. That's why I'd asked you about the challenge. But good to know that you are up for the challenge and are looking to add more and more services. The other thing, usually when things are far more expensive, right? Even if you look at the rupee, almost at 80 against the dollar, that doesn't seem to have dented demand as well. But when you look at your user base, are they traveling more overseas? Are they traveling more within India? Are they spending more? Because there's also inflation that's at play.
I think I have some numbers to share on that. Okay, so when it comes to the travel factor, I think the domestic travel takes the large portion of the cake because the international flight has just been resumed. But let me put it this way, it's running jam-packed. Even the hotels, the usual places where people love to go are short haul destinations where you don't spend more than 6 hours of travel. And that is the reason why places like UAE, Singapore, Maldives, they continue to dominate. Now Thailand, to continue to dominate the travel sentiment for the international per se. For India, you have your places such as Goa, Himachal, and now even Northeast areas are catching up great amount of momentum. So people are ready for more towards the domestic side. They want to bank on short trips. That's the reason why long weekend, I would say, is the new craze in the town. For international short haul destinations are the mantra right now. People just want to travel. Europe is another sector where people are really interested. However, the demand is so high, they're not getting the visa. So we are telling a customer that try taking visa via Norway. You have a higher possibility to get your visa and travel. So this is what is happening.
Yes, we've all been hearing about how difficult it is to get a Schengen visa. In England, when you land also, the immigration is taking almost 3 to 4 hours at Heathrow. So revenge travel is indeed a thing. We've already established that, but they're continuing to travel, and that's the trend. EaseMyTrip for you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us live today.